Good evening, everyone. I am Mark, your scared friend, fat friend.
And I'm James, your black friend.
This is the Fat and Black Connection.
Where we talk about anything and everything. Well, as long as it's interesting to us, of course.
Absolutely. And for some of you out there, you're like, wait a second, this isn't the Podmas.
Oh, it's coming, bro.
Because, I've been doing the whiskeys right at 8 o'clock.
And I've been doing the beers at 8:15.
Yeah, so, people are probably like, wait a second.
Hold on.
These two guys actually do stuff together?
Yeah, well, if you ain't been here before, you're here now.
Yeah, absolutely. I've mentioned it a couple times that, we do this thing Wednesday nights live together.
Mhm.
Because there are some people that are getting exposed to what we do through Podmas because they've never seen us before.
Oh, yeah, that's sad.
Definitely the whiskey's getting a lot more views, just saying.
It's all good.
Yeah. Well, part of it is, I think, your lack of a clear descriptor of what you're going to be talking about in your description of the episode that you're doing.
Well, because I'm literally discovering a new beer with you. I'm not looking at them prior to me opening the box.
Yeah, neither am I. Well, I mean, mine's not exactly the same as yours, but you create
a description
after you.
Well, no, I mean literally. That's all I'm doing is that I'm trying the beer. It's nothing like I don't have a book like this. Didn't come with anything that told me about the beers.
Mm-hmm.
Like what I mentioned in like one of my early episodes. This doesn't have a book. Like when I get my beer club.
So you're just hating. You're just hating, is what you're saying.
No. I'm just saying when I get my beer club, I get a book. And it tells me about the beers and stuff like that, so it gives me a little bit more information about it. Whereas this is just kind of literally in the dark, bro.
Yes, what you're saying is yours doesn't come with a handy dandy guide.
Yeah, no, it's like that's dope. I actually I kind of wish it came with that
or some
for each day
glasses.
Yeah, that's a dope set, bro. I ain't mad at that set. That's a clean set. and then the fact that it's like a library setup too, so you can put on, you could put it on the shelf.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that's pretty cool. So yeah, I mean that's a dope setup. So I mean, I wish I had that kind of setup with this. At least the book to tell me a little bit more about the beers, where they come from, things like that. That would have been awesome. That would have been really cool. Because like I said, when I get the Lazy Dog one, it tells me about the beer. It tells me like the brewmaster. Well, some of these cans that said brewmasters or whatever, but like the ingredients of it, the different malts, hops, things like that, and then like also with this one because it's from Lazy Dog and it's a restaurant, what it pairs with and things like that. So
Well, for the thousands in attendance, we will be doing our Podmas in a little bit. It will be kind of like a podcast inside of a pod, or a Podmas inside of a
I have a
podcast.
podcast. Yeah.
So we'll do that where we'll kind of reset. We'll play the intro, and then we'll do it as if we're doing our normal shtick.
Yep.
But until then, we're gonna do our normal shtick.
Yeah.
So I don't have anything to eat or drink tonight. That's special or unique aside from what we're gonna do for Podmas. You got anything?
Right. No.
Cool.
Oh, you know what though? I did have a cookie the other day, which was like crazy. I was gonna save it, and I was like, I gotta try this thing. I'll bring it on another. I'll grab another one and do it another time. But it's AM, or actually, if you find it, you can try it. AMPM. It's a peanut butter and jelly cookie.
Okay.
And actually, so like I was like, huh? But so what they actually do is they use a peanut butter cookie, and they put jelly inside of it.
Okay.
And it's pretty good, bro. It
Interesting.
kind of reminds me of my brother tried it with he had a piece of mine, and he said it kind of reminded him of the Crustable.
I do have
I forgot. Yeah, you did.
a beer to drink.
But yeah, he said it kind of reminded him of a Crustable, and it kind of does remind me of a Crustable.
So,
but yeah, AMPM.
I don't go to AMPMs very often, but
yeah, no, the cookie game is actually. I mean, that's not actually the only reason I went there because my brother needed to go pick something up from there when he picked me up the other day.
Gotcha. Well, we do unfortunately have to start this episode with a bit of unfortunate news, and I think we failed to mention we are live. We are interactive.
Right.
December 11th,
right?
It is 8:08 p.m.
Yeah,
the left coast. West Coast.
Nothing but the best coast.
That's right. But we do have to start off the episode with a bit of unfortunate news. And for those of you that have been following along with us for a long time, you're probably well aware that we have a group cruise that we had planned on the Norwegian Bliss to go to the Panama Canal, to go through.
Yep.
And unfortunately, just 2 days ago, we were notified that has been canceled by Norwegian. They are redeploying the Bliss in some way, shape, or form, which usually that means that there weren't enough sales.
Is that what it is? Okay.
It's not 100% of the time, but generally, the cruise isn't selling well enough.
Well, and I mean, and the thing was, it was a 15-day cruise, though.
I mean,
that was.
I don't think that's what the issue is. I think they're probably trying to look at from a profitability standpoint, and I told you like how I think we talked about on an episode about how expensive it is for a cruise ship to go through the Panama Canal.
No, we never talked about that.
Oh, well, yeah, you should definitely look into that. I can bring it up in the future if we ever do it again. But I looked into it just to see. I wonder how much it costs to go through the Panama Canal as a cruise ship, and it's not cheap, right? And plus, there's all the other stops, plus all of the food and everything they have to keep on the ship, and so
right.
I think probably that type of cruise is not as pure profit for them.
Yeah, I guess because you got I see. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah. So, I'm not happy about it. I'm extremely disappointed.
Because I was really looking forward to going to Costa Rica.
Yeah. I mean, it's not to say that we can't do it in the future. and we will. It is
Yeah.
still something I immensely want to do.
Hmm.
But what this does do is it kind of opens up the floor a little bit. Because
Right.
you and I, we both did cruise first, so we've got credit now. We've now been given a 10% off as long as we cruise at some point between now and the end of calendar 26. And so
Oh,
I
okay.
did, did he not tell you that?
No, like literally the conversation was quick because like I was on my lunch and so I was chatting with. Oh, no, I was actually getting ready to go. I was getting ready to go inside to take care of some stuff at work today. So
Okay.
yeah, the conversation was kind of quick.
Well, we do
He
got to
did tell me
say,
about the 10% and everything. So
okay, yeah.
the
So
additional 10, yeah.
yeah, so that's an additional 10%. That's not even including like if we're doing a group cruise, getting discounts from that.
Right.
Um, so I have asked, and he will get back to me. So we do have a new cruise consultant. His name's Christopher Phillips, Chris Phillips, um,
CP.
and he's a nice guy. I did ask him to look into, for those of us that did sign up more than 450 days out, and therefore we were getting a 15% off on top of whatever. I want to know if that's still an option, because it's not our fault that now there's a much narrower window, and getting to 450 days out is not an easy task.
Right.
So he's looking into that. He didn't want to commit either way, which is fair.
Yeah.
Um, but with that being said, I feel like let's take a couple minutes and let's kick around some ideas for what
All
kind
right.
of cruise we want to organize here. Um, I'm going to tell you the first one that came to my mind, and this might not be as enticing to you, just because you recently went, but there is a 7-day Pride of America cruise around Hawaii that island hops.
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't be totally against that one, but just because I only went to one island, so I was
Okay.
only on Oahu. So I mean, seeing the other islands would be cool too.
You want to take a look at that cruise real quick?
Sure.
All right, so let's
Is that
jump
the one that
over.
leaves out of LA, or is that the one
No,
that
no, no. It leaves out of
just in
Honolulu.
Hawaii? Oh,
Yeah.
Honolulu. Okay. Okay.
Um,
And then just goes around the islands and then comes back and then
yeah. So it's a
okay.
7-day cruise, 1 week cruise. It doesn't matter. Why did I just go? So it's called an inner island, Hawaii inner island, from Honolulu, Oahu, comes back and returns to Honolulu, Oahu. So here's the itinerary map. So you can see it leaves out of Honolulu, makes its way down to Kahului, down to Hilo, around to Kona, up to Na Wili Wili, and then back to Honolulu. Calm down.
No, just the way you said those. Oh, that's
I
cool.
do. You know what? I don't know. So
No,
let's look at the cruise details, because I don't know a lot about this one. I know a little bit because I have looked at it before.
yeah.
Before we decided to do Panama, I was looking at this as well. So 7-day cruise on Pride of America, Hawaii inner island from Honolulu, Oahu. Immerse yourself in the rich culture, incredible landscapes, and delicious cuisine of Hawaii on this one of a kind 7-day cruise from Honolulu on Pride of America, where you can explore an island every day of your vacation, from the lush, fragrant vegetation of Kauai to the Big Island's dramatic volcanoes and the famous surfing beaches of Oahu, where you can enjoy overnight stays in Maui and Kauai, giving you even more time to discover the best of island living, where each day is spectacular and every night is legendary. This is how you Hawaii. So the only cruise sailing 4 Hawaiian islands in 7 days year round, voted best Hawaii itinerary for 15 years, according to Porthole Cruise Magazine. Um, right now it's showing cheapest option is $18.12 per person. I'm sure that's probably for an inside room, double occupancy.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, they are offering NCL free second guest, free airfare, which to Hawaii that's huge, right? If you can fly in the day before and get that airfare taken care of, that's pretty good. They're offering third and fourth guests for $99. I'm guessing that means airfare, which is huge, because it says free third and fourth guests. So if you got some folks and you can get 3-4 folk into a room, that's a hell of a deal because the second person's free, the third and fourth guests are free. So really, obviously there are taxes and fees that are associated with those, but
yeah.
And then of course the free airfare and the third and fourth guests are only $100. That's decent. And then they're also offering 2-for-1 deposits, risk-free cancellation. And of course, they have their More at Sea beverage package, specialty dining, excursion credits, Wi-Fi package. We'll get into that crap later.
Yeah.
They have a cruise tour available. This cruise has cruise tour option available. Are you dreaming of an unforgettable cruise combined with an incredible land vacation? So this is where you can set up if you want to go a couple days before or stay a couple days after. They'll work with you to get all that set up as well.
That's actually kind of cool.
So 7 days, 5 ports, one amazing vacation. So day one is in Honolulu. The Big Blue Pacific and the stunning Koolau Mountains serve as a dramatic setting for Hawaii's largest city. Climb to the top of Diamond Head, take a romantic sunset stroll on Waikiki Beach, catch a glimpse of history by visiting Pearl Harbor and the National Memorial Cemetery of the Pacific, and check out our amazing Hawaii itinerary. So in December, which is not probably when we'd be looking to go, but in December, the average temperature is 67 to 81, average precipitation 3.2 inches. So day one, you embark at 7 p.m., which likely means you're getting on the ship somewhere in the afternoon, somewhere between noon and 4.
See, that's some time.
Yeah, because I think have to be on like 2 or 3 hours before.
Yeah.
So day 2 is in Kahului, Maui. Let's take a look at Kahului. You arrive at 8 a.m. and you're there until 6 p.m. the next day. So this is a good amount of time on Maui.
Oh, the next day.
Yeah, so you arrive at 8 a.m. on day 2 and you don't leave until 6 p.m. on day 3.
Oh.
So you're there for 34 hours.
Okay.
So good amount of time. Maui, a surplus of natural splendor and the genuine hospitality of its people have helped to make Maui Hawaii's second most popular island. Explore the fascinating history of the town of Lahaina. Plant yourself on a pristine beach or play one of the world's most beautiful golf courses. Check out our amazing Hawaii itinerary. See, and that's cool because you're there long enough that you actually could play a round of golf.
Yeah.
So as I mentioned, you're there until 6 p.m. on day 3, and then you're cruising until 8 a.m. on day 4. So you're cruising overnight, which is nice. You get to sleep, and you'll wake up in Hilo, Hawaii, and you're there from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. So Hilo, Hawaii, the entire city of Hilo is like one giant greenhouse with spectacular tropical flowers at every turn. Visit the town's well-preserved historic buildings, which date back to the turn of the century, back to 2000, and showcase Hawaii's unique architecture. Just 30 miles away, the Hawaii Volcanoes National Park is home of the active Kilauea volcano. Check out our amazing Hawaii itinerary. So this one's interesting because it's so well preserved from 2000. They're doing a fantastic job there, I guess. I mean, at what point do you update that, right? Because it's 2024. We're 24 years into this new century.
Yeah, that's true. It's funny.
So, of course, this is Hawaii. This is the Big Island. So you're there for a good, 10 hours. And then you're going to disembark out of Hawaii at 6 p.m. And you're going to go around the island because you're going to come around to the other side of the island and arrive on day 5 at 7 a.m. in Kona, Hawaii. And this is a tender port. And for those of you that don't know what that means, James, tell them.
You getting off the ship and you're getting on a boat to take you to land.
Pretty much. That's the gist. So you're there for about 10 and a half hours, which is good because, just the tender port thing can sometimes take 30 to 60 minutes just to get to where you're trying to go.
Yeah.
Kona offers the quintessential Hawaii experience. Sunny, warm weather and crystal blue waters entice visitors to partake in a variety of surfside fun. Snorkel amongst a kaleidoscope of tropical marine life. Take a surfing lesson, a kayaking trip, or head out to deeper waters for some deep sea fishing. Check out our amazing Hawaii itinerary. So we leave out of there at 5:30 and arrive at Nawiliwili, Kauai at 8 a.m. And this is another long one, right? Because you're arriving at 8 a.m. on day 6 and not leaving until 5:30 the next day. So this is a good
5:30 p.m.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is another good long stay at one port, Nawiliwili. So named after the Wili Wili trees, which once lined its picturesque harbor, this lovely port of Kauai is your gateway to what many believe to be Hawaii's most beautiful island. On the Garden Island, nature is truly the star, from the dramatic mountains of Koki to the cool rainforests of Hanai, and the tradition of the luau adds lively entertainment unique to Hawaii.
Nice.
And of course, at the end, 7 a.m., disembark off of back in Honolulu, Oahu. So again, here's the round trip. So you can see you leave out of Honolulu to Kalui, to Hilo, around to Kona, out to Nawiliwili, and then back to Honolulu. So again, this is a weekly offering. So just to be clear, it leaves every Saturday and it returns every Saturday.
Oh.
Yeah, so you leave on a Saturday, you're out for a week, and you're back and off Saturday morning. So it is a nice, good, long cruise. Taking a look at kind of the time frame that I'm envisioning personally would be like late next summer, because I'm thinking about it's probably about time for the kid to experience a cruise, and really when you start thinking about that, then it's like, well, I really have to do either summer or, one of the other breaks, fall break, winter break, whatever. And those are on the table as well.
Right.
But it does work out really well that it's a week, because we could fly out Friday, because she gets out of school early-ish on Fridays, get out, hit a flight, get out to Hawaii. And then we're on the cruise for the week and then fly back on Saturday night or Sunday and back to school.
Mm-hmm.
So, so from that perspective, there are a lot of options, but in my head, summer I think is nice, but it is the most expensive time to do the Hawaii cruise.
Yeah.
So there are other options. So before we look at the ship, what are your thoughts in general on this cruise?
I don't mind that. I don't mind that idea. Like there was a cruise that I was actually looking at years ago. I don't remember what cruise line it was on, but it left from LA and then it went out to the islands and it basically hopped the islands and then came back to LA.
And there is that cruise still out there. I don't believe Norwegian offers that.
Yeah, no, that was a different cruise. That I know it wasn't Norwegian. Like I said,
but that's a long one as well. That's
a long. That one's that's like 2 weeks. I think it's like 14 days.
Yeah, I was gonna say 13, it's 12 or
12 or 12, 13, 4, or something like that. I don't remember. But like that was like something I looked into a number of years ago because I was like, oh, I'd like to see Hawaii, and that's it was an easy-ish way to do it.
So the itinerary is always half of it, right?
Yeah.
Because the itinerary might be amazing, but if the ship isn't,
Right.
which is where you're living and you're spending a lot of time.
Right.
So I don't know a ton about the Pride of America. So I think we should look at it then. What do you think?
Yeah.
So stateroom and accommodations. So they've got suites. That's the highest end. Evidently, suites that sleep up to 8. That's
That sounds crazy.
Cruise Paradise and Modern Pleasure. Luxurious, spacious suites offer room to unwind and the finest indulgences.
So they don't have the whatchamacallit on here?
There is no haven on the
Haven
Pride of
on.
America.
Oh, interesting.
So the smallest suite is 335. Biggest suite is 1382. That is huge. That is bigger than your house. And the balconies, 92 foot up to 490 square foot. That's a huge balcony.
Jesus.
That's bigger than your house. No, just kidding. So amenities, 24-hour butler. So
So
you get the
you
butler
have some,
experience.
yeah.
Personal escort on and off the ship. So that sounds
Well,
like
yeah. So it's Haven-esque.
fine bed linens and pillow top mattresses, sparkling wine and fruit on embarkation, invitations to exclusive breakfast, lunch, delicious treats delivered nightly, concierge service,
Oh,
cocktail party with ship's officer, plush bathrobe, slippers, and products, suite room service available 24 hours a day, invitations to exclusive cocktail parties, and priority specialty dining reservations. So it is very similar conceptually to the Haven experience, except you're not getting the exclusive restaurant and the exclusive bar, lounge, and hangout area, or maybe
yeah.
even exclusive
Cool, yeah.
pool.
But you do have like some perks with that though.
Yeah, there's some really good perks there. So the next one that probably most people would do on this cruise, I would imagine, would be the balcony.
Yeah.
Up to 4 guests, 178 to 233 square feet, 40-foot balcony to a 95-foot balcony. This includes a private balcony, room service, continental breakfast, sitting area, hot breakfast menu, and coffee maker.
Oh.
Ocean view, cruise the islands in style. So this does not have a balcony. It's just 144 to 222 square feet and 24-hour room service. Inside room. This is where you don't get to see the daylight.
Yeah.
And the only amenity there is 24-hour room service. What's interesting is they do have studios on this ship.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I would not have expected that. Travel solo in style. So you did a studio room when we went to Alaska. How was that?
It was cool. Like, I mean, like, it was, we had some little amenities down there. So like we had, they brought fruit and cookies and stuff like that. They had cakes and little things like that on the way. You could grab some waters or whatnot. They did have the wine thing. I'm not a wine guy, but they had like the wine, so you could pay by the glass down there for that. They had like free juices and stuff, which was cool. But yeah, no, it was. I mean, not a huge room, but again, like I didn't spend a whole lot of time in there, but sleeping. Everything else, I was out and about and checking out the ship and stuff. So, but yeah, no, but the studios, at least, I mean, if they're anything like the ones on the Bliss, then they're comfy.
So this was recently remodeled in 2022. It's double occupancy, 2,150. It's a very small ship, comparative. Like I think Bliss is almost double that.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at the dining. So they have a modern churrasera. Looking for a unique experience, our authentic Brazilian.
Oh, Brazilian. Okay.
Churrasera. Start with impressive salad bar, but say plenty of room for our slow roasted meats carved tableside. Nice. They've got a La Cucina, which is Italian fine dining. They've got a sushi. They've got a Cadillac diner, which is your typical 50s diner bar. They've got a Dulce Gelato. Aloha Cafe, which seems like, complimentary indoor buffet restaurant serves up breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They got a Cagney Steakhouse.
Okay.
They've got East Meets West,
Oh, that's kind of cool.
wok fried dishes, authentic soups, and more. They've got Jefferson's Bistro. Never heard of this one. French. It is a French restaurant.
Hmm.
Key West Bar and Grill, casual dining. Liberty Restaurant, one of our two main restaurants, so main dining hall. Room service, and the Skyline, which is the other main dining hall. They've got a teppanyaki.
Oh, is it?
I,
It's
I
not
mean,
like
that's actually there's a lot
that's
more restaurants than I was expecting.
yeah, that's true. So
It's
that's cool.
almost as many restaurants as the Bliss when you think about it.
Yeah,
on half the size ship.
right. It's because those balconies and stuff are huge. Those rooms are huge.
So next up, let's take a look at bars and lounges.
Do they have like one of those 24-hour ones?
24-hour bar
Like the
restaurants. There were multiple there was one or two restaurants that I think were 24 hour.
oh, okay.
So they've got a Aloha Lanai Bar, Gold Rush Saloon, John Adams Coffee Bar, Key West Bar and Grill, Mardi Gras Cabaret Lounge and Nightclub, Nampa Wine Bar, Ocean Drive Bar, Pink's Champagne Bar, and Waikiki Bar. So, unfortunately, they don't have the beer bar.
Or the mojito bar.
Let's see what activities they've got on this ship. So they've got the Perspective Studio, professional portraits, basketball, volleyball, deck games, Entourage, which is the younger adults or young adults, so kids, play place, Guppies for the little ones, Hollywood Theater, hot tubs, 4 hot tubs on board, Internet Center. Wow, they have an internet cafe. Jogging, walking track, Kai Clothing, Mandara Spa and Salon, Oasis Pool, Photo Gallery, Pulse Fitness, SS American Library, the Shuffles Card Room, South Beach Pool, Splash Academy, Wedding Chapel, Conservatory, which looks like just a quiet place to go hang out and read, and a video arcade. So they don't got go karts on this one.
Damn.
Of course, they have the spa.
Yeah.
Go get a nice massage.
Massage.
I'm looking to see if they lay out what the rest of it's like, but they do have a thermal suite, but this is kind of rinky dink compared to what we experienced. And of course, onboard shopping, Island Treasures, Kai, Nahoku, Newberry Street.
Gambling shops on this one,
huh? Yeah, it does not look like there's a casino on this one.
Maybe the card tables. I don't know.
It might not be legal in Hawaii. It might not ever get really far enough off of the coast into international waters.
Maybe that's.
I'm not going to go into shore excursions because we can do that later if we decide to do this.
Yeah.
So that's the deets on this cruise. So we don't have to make a decision today.
No, let's put that on that list.
So you think this is one that should go on the list?
Yeah.
Okay. And of course I'm on board with it. I think it's a good option for sure.
No, and that's I mean a lot of people, maybe people who haven't been to Hawaii or this gives you the opportunity to go to a number of different islands and experience the islands. So then, when you decide to maybe go back, you already kind of know, oh, you know what, I really want to go back to this place because I went there on a cruise, but I didn't really get to the like I feel the full experience, so I want to go back. Mm-hmm. And that's an option because once you get to Hawaii, they do have, I heard it's not cheap, but they do have island just planes that go to
island hopping planes.
Absolutely. Hopping planes, yeah. So that's an option too. So yeah, I'm telling you, look, Hawaii is one of the craziest, beautiful places I've ever seen, man. Where you're in a city, like in just a metropolitan city, and then you drive a little while, and you're in a freaking rainforest.
That's
You know,
nice.
yeah. I mean, like, you know, where the just it you like I don't know, I don't remember if I talked about it, but you understand why they shot like Jurassic Park out there. You understand why they've shot these jungle movies out there, because it's just untouched jungle, bro. It and like the golf course I told you about, like that me and my dad went to. Literally, if Jurassic Park had a golf course, it would have been this golf course. Like the setup of it was ridiculous. Like just driving to you had to drive to the first tee box, and then you had to drive to the second hole. Like it, this is not a walking course whatsoever. Like once, like a little bit later on, there was a couple that you could kind of walk to,
Hmm.
but it was like man, it was a crazy course. And but definitely Hawaii, if you've never experienced it, I mean, I just was on Oahu, and I had a great time. I would definitely, like my dad was talking about, he wants to go back, but go to a different island next time. So this would be an option to check out those islands, and then say, hey, you know what, let's go back to this place, or let's go back to that place, and really check, spend a couple days.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's why I kind of like the concept of a cruise. Is it gives you that ability to, be in a place long enough to figure out if you want to go back, but not too long if you don't like it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's what I was telling people about the Panama Canal. They were like, "Oh, I don't want to be on a cruise ship that long." Yeah, but you were. But the thing is that you could plan that vacation out. You could
Hmm.
plan it out to where you like, hop a flight, get there, be able to check out some stuff, and then you go someplace else, and that's fine. But at the same time, this is where you get a little bit of everything, and you, like you said, you can decide. Oh, you know what? I actually really do like this place. I would like to come. You know what? I let me make plans to come back here specifically so I
Yeah.
can explore more.
Well, and I can say, like, for me, like the Alaska cruise, the only stops that I would ever want to go back to, well, Glacier Bay, because that was amazing. But maybe Juneau, maybe.
Man, that was so, yeah.
But Victoria.
Yeah, no, I mean, I was super hungover,
Yeah,
anyways.
you didn't go see it, but it was a very beautiful town, beautiful city. I'd love to go back there again, but I would have never known that, and I probably would never have planned a trip to just go there. You know what I
Right.
mean? So that is definitely somewhere on my list that I want to go back to and check out. And I would have never known. So for me, doing a cruise is nice because it gives you the opportunity to get like a little glimpse of a place, and then if you get the itch, then it's like, okay, my next vacation, I'm going to go just to
Right,
that
right,
place.
right. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, like for like I like one of the things I was really excited about was doing the zip lines in Costa Rica.
Hmm.
Now I might just have to go to Costa Rica. but like I'm saying, like that's just one of those things that you don't on a cruise. It's easy because you're like, oh, cool. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna check this out. Get back on. Go someplace else. Check that out. Get back on. Go someplace else.
Hmm.
And it's like that for however many days you're on the cruise. And so you get like again just experiencing different places, so you can say, you know what, next time I don't even need the I mean, you could take the cruise again if you want, but you can be like, you know what, I'm gonna go here specifically and spend like 3 4 days, 5 days, whatever, just exploring that place. And then you can kind of branch out from there. But saying like people hate on cruises, but I'm like, I don't know why you hate on them. It's
It's not for everyone, and that's okay.
Yeah, no, I mean, saying it's just like one of those things that I think it's a like for what we talk what we think about it. There's probably somebody that doesn't, but at the same time, we actually like to. Some people don't like to get off the ship, and it's like that's stupid. Why'd you get on the cruise? But
Well, and some people just want to cruise,
yeah,
and
some
it's
people
like
just want to cruise.
that's where you go on. To me, you go on like a transatlantic cruise where you're at sea for 14 days.
Yeah,
Do that if that's what you want to do.
Yeah. So I mean, like for me, like I like being able to see these different places. Like, like again, like I don't think I'd ever gone to Ketchikan or or not or maybe I'd gone to Juneau, but everybody lives.
Skagway.
Yeah, apparently everybody lives in Anchorage, which is on the west coast of Alaska, and that's apparently
The
that's
far west coast.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the like we didn't even get close. That's like the hub where everybody is for the most part in Alaska. Um, but no, like but those places were nice. I'm not hating on them. They were nice. I don't know if I wouldn't be like, oh, you know what? Let me go here specifically.
Mhm.
Unless I knew somebody there or I had family or something there, maybe.
I might have gone there pacifically. Stupid. Anyways, I think now might be a good time to move towards our Podmas. What do you think?
Yeah. Let's do that. Let's do that.
Okay, so for the thousands in attendance, what we're about to do is we're going to reset the show. So we're going to do our Podmas within a podcast. And so we're going to play the intro, and then we're going to reset as if we were doing our Podmisses. And then at the end, we're going to play the outro, but we will come back on the other side.
Yeah.
So hang around. So let's get ready to reset.
Reset.
Are you ready?
I am ready.
All right. We'll be right back. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Fat and Black Connection Podmas. Fat and Black Connection's Podmas Night 11.
Yeah, 2024, baby.
Yes, it is December 11th. We're a mere 13 days away from the end of this thing. I'm your whiskey drinking friend, Mark.
And I'm your beer drinking friend, James.
And I'm doing the whiskey tour of the world, and James, you're doing the beer
advent calendar.
And hopefully this isn't your first time. Hopefully you've been following along at home.
Yeah, because if you ain't, that's crazy.
Where normally what you're used to seeing is me doing whiskey tour of the world by myself, and James doing his beer advent calendar by himself. But on Wednesday nights,
we come together, baby.
So last week I went first. You want to go first tonight?
I would love to go first tonight.
All right, then I'm gonna let you take the stage.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with day 11. Sorry, pointing. All right. So real quick, just to recap, we do this every night. So Beast. All right, hold on. Actually, wait. Let me do that. Nope, not that one. Sorry. There we go. That's the one.
This is good pod right here.
Yeah, that's Beast of Both Worlds. That was, and then there was night 2, the original Dales. Unholy American Trapeel. Sun City. This was another one of those IPAs. I had a lot of IPAs in this box, which is kind of weird that they have an IPA box, but yet I had a bunch of IPAs in this one. Let's see. This one has been my favorite so far, Maduro. This was a really good one.
Oh, like the cigar.
Yeah. That's actually what it's named for. But that one was like one of my favorites. Headhunters. This was another IPA. Then we got into the Allagash White, which was the Belgian style wheat beer. That one was pretty good. This became like my second favorite, which was the Golden Monkey Victory Golden Monkey, which was a Belgian style triple ale with added spice. Day 9. Oh, this was a good one too. This was a
Black Butt.
Black Butte.
It shoots.
It shoots Black Butte porter. I actually laughed when I first saw it too because I was like, "It's Black Butt." And then this was another IPA, Juicy Bomb IPA from Slope Brewing. I think I said Sloop Brewing, and I was like, nah, I think I'm saying that completely.
Slope, like your butt crack?
Yeah, like your butt crack. It's a slope. Anyways, so we're on day 11. And what to my wondering eyes should appear but a loose cannon from Heavy Seas Beer. But it's another IPA.
Okay,
right.
It's like you planned that. I thought you didn't know what you were going to have.
What?
It's like you planned that because it actually rhymed. So
no, actually, I didn't. I did not. That actually just kind of came out. I didn't.
Oh.
I just kind of made that up on the fly. Yeah. So I didn't look at this prior to, and but this is day 11.
And I gotta ask, just because
loose cannon IPA.
Are you doing that every night, like showing off every single one?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And I say you can go back and recap just to see the full thing, but it's just been like, this is I like to just make sure everybody knows what's up. This is Heavy Seas Beer, fearless, bold, independent. Loose Cannon, the fearless, long-standing leader of the Cannon crew. Oh, so it must be a number of different beers. It's the assertive, bold flavor that started it all. Loose Cannon is I don't know that word. Opulently. I've never actually seen that word spelled out before. Opulently hopped 3 times. Oh boy. In the brewing process. Aromatic with floral notes. It's an amazing balanced American IPA. Puerto Rico, protect the environment, do not litter. Is this from Puerto Rico? What does it say? I'm guessing it might be because no, actually, here it is. Visit Heavy Seas, go to hsbeer.com for hours, tour, brewery swag, and more. Heavy Seas Beer, Baltimore, Maryland. I don't know why it has Puerto Rico on here. Maybe they're from Puerto Rico or something. But anyways, let's crack this baby open. Oh yeah, that's an IPA for sure. All right. Tonight I'm using the well, shoot, I gotta really get better at that. I'm confused on that. But it's the Kaboom Con official frosted mug, so you won't really need to see it. But if you
2024.
2024. I'm gonna have to get the collection. But yeah, normally I have a clear glass, but this is another IPA, so it's nothing special. It actually looks a little bit darker than some of the others. And this is a frosted glass, so it'll look frosted regardless. Oh, too much head.
Never too much head.
Well, so let me get the like Mark says, get in there. Actually, it does have a very it does have those floral notes. I can smell that. It's not just like straight up hops. It's got it's very aromatic for sure. Let's take a little sip here. Oh, that's another smooth IPA. Yeah, like I guess maybe they've done some work on these IPA game because IPAs that like Sierra Nevada and stuff, those were just like, ah.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't had a Sierra Nevada. To be fair, maybe I should try one again and see because it could
Maybe
just
they
be
changed it.
we're getting older. So
Yeah. So beer, yeah, tastes have changed, and so um, yeah, I think I would actually like to see what else this loose cannon has because they say it's the leader, and it started it all. So loose cannon from this is another East Coast beer too. I've had a lot of East Coast beers. I only had I think the only West Coast beer was the one that I had, the Black Butte Porter that was from Oregon. So, but yeah, no, this isn't bad. Again, not probably my. I would probably never actually look for this. This is not one that'd be like, oh, let me get that. But I I've actually enjoyed the IPAs that they've had in here. Some of them haven't been so great, but yeah, this one's not a bad one. I like it. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this off, and I'm gonna kick it over to my boy, Mark.
very good. So here at the Whiskey Tour of the World, we're a little bit more refined. We're a little more highfalutin, if you will. We like to do things a little bit more fanciful.
Fanciful.
So as we've shown off before, the Whiskey Tour of the World comes in a set of books with a nice book holder. So there are 5 books, one of which had 2 glasses in it, custom with the Whiskey Tour of the World logo on it. And inside of each book, there's a page or two on talking about different whiskey related topics. This one's talking about the water of life.
No.
Ireland and Scotland both claim to be the first to develop whiskey, and the liquor has become integral to their economies and culture. The first official record of the drink in Ireland is from 1405.
Hmm.
Much to the chagrin of the Scots, whose earliest written evidence is almost a century later in 1494.
Suckers.
The Scottish term whiskey, no e, derives from the Gaelic Usnig Beatha or Uzabach, meaning water of life. Barley is the staple ingredient in Scottish whiskey and is particularly associated with Scotland's single malts. Barley established itself in whiskey and in whiskey use because it grew better than other cereal crops in Scotland's climate and terrain, and it was easier to malt than other grains. So I'm not going to read the whole thing. There's some more, another page on global grains, but inside of each book there are 6 bottles. So there are 4 books that are like this with these bottles in them, and then, as I mentioned before, a 5th book that has had the glasses. The other thing that it comes with is this handy dandy guidebook. So tonight, what I will be drinking for your entertainment. Hold, please.
Please hold.
Here we go. This is called Kraus. Somme Valley Whiskey, Distillery Kraus, straight whiskey product of Austria. Austria, not Australia, James.
I heard you say Austria. I didn't hear Australia.
Just want to make sure. So this is out of Austria. It is Somme Valley Whiskey, 46% alcohol by volume. Distillery Kraus burst onto the world whiskey scene in 2022 when the distillery won Best World Whiskey at the Las Vegas Global Spirits Awards.
Oh,
we're gonna need to go to this thing, James.
I've never even heard of that before.
Since then, the company has won around 100 gold, double gold, and platinum medals at international tastings.
Wait, this is just since 2022?
Yeah.
So in 2 years, you won over 100 medals?
Yeah.
I didn't even know there was that many festivals.
Yeah, it makes sense. A recent distillation was awarded 98 out of 100 at as best world whiskey at the Las Vegas Global Spirit Awards.
Wow.
92, that's always considered amazingly good. A 98 out of 100 is that's insane.
What is this? What is that thing called again?
The Las Vegas Global Spirit Awards.
All right, cool. I'm gonna look that up real quick.
All right. So that's the spirit. Silton Valley. Silton Valley whiskey uses corn from the Silton Valley, one of the best corn growing regions in the world. And this is the main ingredient of the Mosh Bill, accounting for 70%. The maize is the maize is a very old variety that has not been hybridized or genetically modified. The remainder is divided equally between rye and wheat malt. The very soft spring water of the Coralpe is also essential for the perfect taste. So I'm going to read off some of the awards here that they have listed. Double Gold 2020 CWSA, Distillery of the Year 2020, 2021, 2022 World Spirit Awards. Double Gold Spirit of the Year 2022 World Spirit Awards. Double Gold 2021 San Francisco World Spirit Awards. Platinum 2020 and 2022 Las Vegas Global Spirits Awards. So that's just some out of the over 100 that they have won. That's insane. So based on that, I have high expectations for this. You ready for the tasting notes?
Yeah.
So on the nose, waxy, leather, and fruit notes. On the palate, similar palate with warm, waxy notes, stone fruits, a subtle sweetness, and gentle oak. And on the finish, a long and sweet finish featuring stone and tropical fruits, drying and peppery. So,
Dry and peppery.
yeah, based off of these tasting notes, I'm a little. I mean, we'll see. Like, I'm a little thinking like this might not be my favorite. So far, just in case you were interested, the favorite whiskey I've tried so far actually was the Scotland whiskey called Nicnean. I'm not going to go through every single one I've drank so far. Please feel free to go back and watch prior episodes.
Yeah.
So this is Silton Valley Whiskey, Distillery Kraus, straight whiskey, product of Austria, 46% alcohol by volume, 50 milliliters, which is approximately a double shot, aged not less than 36 months.
Oh, wow.
So smelling out of the bottle, it's very fragrant, almost perfumey.
Oh,
It's got almost a bitterness to the smell. So I'm gonna pour it into the glass, let it open up. I'm gonna pour about a little over half of the bottle because I want to get a good amount here, but I do want to save some for later. And as James
Wish I could save beer for later.
as James already mentioned, we're gonna let it open up. But when we go to smell it, we really want to get in there. Oh, it's got a little bitterness. It's a subtle smell. It's not like a harsh smell, but there is a bitterness and a very alcohol. Like when you think of like opening a bottle of rubbing alcohol,
Yeah.
there's a bit there.
Oh, really?
All right, let's see. Oh, there is a lot going on there. This is what I would call a whole mouth feel.
Yeah.
Just from a very little sip, I got everything from the front to the back, up into my sinuses and down my throat. I have not experienced that on any other whiskey so far. I definitely am picking up leather, a little bit of wax. The oak is there definitely on the finish of the palate. And I do get a little bit peppery. I'm not picking up the stone fruit or even tropical fruits for that matter. Second sip, much smoother, less surprising. This is very delicious. I would put this in my top 3. I still don't think it takes the place of the Nicnean. That one just was amazing.
Now, when you say whole mouth, is it just like is that a good thing, or is that like
it's an experience? I mean, there are some whiskeys that you'll drink or liquors in general, right? Where you'll feel it on your tongue,
Oh,
but
yeah.
that's about it.
Yeah.
Where this, like on my inside cheeks,
Oh.
along my gums, like I said, up into my sinuses, down everything. It was a full mouth experience,
Okay.
and that could be a bad thing if it didn't taste good.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
So this is actually a good streak because last night was one of my top ones, and that was the Indri Indian whiskey. So from India.
From India.
So I would definitely say if you ever come across a bottle of Silm Valley whiskey by Distillery Krause, check it out. I very much I like this one. I could see getting a bottle of it at some point to share.
Hey,
But
real quick, just so you know, I did find, I looked it up. The Las Vegas Global Spirit Awards. It actually happened in September.
Mhm.
It was the 23rd and 25th. I'm trying to see when the next one is. But as far as this goes, I don't see. It talks about entry for actual entering alcohol, your alcohol, but it doesn't have anything that I don't see anything for.
so you're thinking it might just
going
be a
to.
competition and people don't actually get to go to it?
It might be, but I'm gonna continue to look it up and see if I can't find any more information out for you.
Well, it's been another fun night here on 2024 Podmas. We'll be back tomorrow night, probably separately. Back to me at 8, you at 8:15. You'll be doing your 12th beer in that box.
My 12th beer of the box.
And I'll be on my last bottle of this book. Little sneaky peek into what I'm doing tomorrow. This is Pokino, a product of New Zealand, single malt. So, and actually, hold on. Yeah. So, and I didn't ask, and I don't know if you saw. So, before we go, do you think whiskey for Austria is with an E or no E?
From Austria, with an E.
You are correct.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hope you're enjoying our pod misses this year, and we'll be back tomorrow night with some more. See you real soon. And I'm back.
And I'm back.
Oh, hold up. My bad. I totally forgot. I was still looking at that beer stuff.
You forgot what?
I got to switch back real quick.
I don't even know. Oh, over on the screen. So hope you enjoyed our Podmas within a podcast. We'll be also releasing that separately after tonight. Because some people don't want to watch our normal show; they just want to see us drink. So
yeah,
that's fine. So you ready to talk about some stuff?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
All right. So first up, the Walt Disney Company received 35 Golden Globe Award nominations.
Nice.
Huge.
What is that?
Massive. For? Now, bear in mind, like Golden Globes are TV, and so anything that's on ABC.
But these are also like precursors in some cases to other awards.
Yeah. I mean the Emmys and Oscars generally.
Yeah.
But just calling out a few select items. Inside Out 2, nominated for Best Motion Picture Animated.
There's a lot in that movie.
Best Performance by an
Oh.
Actress in a Television Series, Musical, or Comedy, Catherine O'Hara.
Nice.
This is, I don't know what this category is. Cinematic and Box Office Achievement.
I don't know that. That sounds like a new category they made up just for this movie. I'm just kidding.
Well, there's others in it, like Wicked's there too.
Oh,
So
I think it's maybe that it's just maybe like, I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with the way it's made. Big blockbuster thing. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
They'll have to explain that one.
Over on the Podmas, we were talking about a lot of whiskey awards, so I figured let's talk about some other awards. So there were also some Critic Choice Awards that were announced. So Patti LuPone nominated for Best Supporting Actress in a Comedy Series.
She was good.
And Critics' Choice Award for Best Animated Series nomination, X-Men
Nice.
97. That's very exciting because I think it was amazing. Yeah. It's
cool.
It's disappointing the Gambit's in that photo. Too soon? So, did you hear about this? Did you see this? Beast Games coming to Prime?
I did see this. It looks like Squid Games without the killing.
And for a whole lot more money.
A lot more money.
1,000 players, $5 million, one winner.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Have you ever watched some of the stuff that Jimmy, Mr. Beast, comes up with?
I have watched a number of things that he's come up with.
So I can only imagine being given, that Prime money, which I'm sure a lot of this he probably self-produced.
Mm-hmm.
He's
I don't know how he made all this money, but whatever.
Internet fame, man.
Yeah, because he got the Mr. Beast bars, and so he's making money.
Feastables.
Yeah, Mr. Beast bars. But yeah, no, he's got a number of different products out there, but like a lot of the stuff he goes crazy. He had a guy live in a house for like I think it was like a year, or no, was it a year?
No,
it wasn't a year.
I think it was
like
100 days or 150
yeah
days.
And each day it got kind of, and towards the end it just got absolutely insane with the music and cutting down walls and stuff like that. I've seen that. He had these guys out in the wilderness, and he just dropped them off, and then he would drop a case of money every day they stayed out there. And recently I just watched one the other night. He had a number of YouTube stars, and it was who had however many followers. It was just ranging between like a little bit and a lot. And the prize was $1 million that you could basically give out. It was supposed to be given out to your subscribers. And I forgot, you won the gold. You won the gold play button of every player that lost.
So that was like something everyone had to pony up.
Apparently. I mean, some of these guys have multiple gold buttons, so it's like, but
this was filmed at Algant.
Where is that? I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't even know
what that is. But no, so but yeah, that was the last one that I saw, and so that was a number of different challenges there. And so he always comes up with, the mind of this man is very interesting. But what, some of the stuff he's done, I mean, I really like some of the stuff that he's done. He actually called a pizza place and asked them who, like, their, one of their best employees who really deserves a break. And the manager called, and he delivers this pizza, and they're like, "Hey man, do you think you could help us out?" And so he's like, "I guess." And so he's like, "Call your boss and see it." And the boss was like, "Yeah, you're good." And so he ends up going, and he bought this house, and he's like, "I need to fill this house up with stuff. Can you help me? Like, pick stuff out?" And so he's picking all this kind of stuff. And then at the end of the episode, he's like, "Here you go. Here's the key to the house. It's yours, and all the stuff in it." So he's done some really like charitable things for people and so but he definitely gets the views. So I'm interested. I probably won't watch the entire thing, but I'll probably watch a few episodes of this.
Aliga T.
That doesn't help at all.
Aliga T.
Oh,
Raider.
Are you using that voice to text? Using that voice to text again?
He's using voice to text. He's drunk.
Jesus.
Raider
Allegiant?
Detifium?
Where's Allegiant? Like it was filmed at Allegiant? It was filmed at the stadium? Like a part of it was filmed at the stadium?
I don't know. That's news to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
The only thing I would say is piggybacking on if it was done in Vegas. Did you hear about Warner Brothers?
No.
They are investing. Warner Brothers Studios is investing over $2 billion into Las Vegas to build a new excuse me. New movie studio.
Was that the one with Mark Wahlberg?
I don't know anything about Mark Wahlberg.
So Mark Wahlberg was talking about opening up a studio out here.
So that might be the case, but it is separate.
Oh,
because I don't think Mark Wahlberg has $2 billion.
No, I'm saying it. Maybe they're working together or something. Like they were like, oh, hey, we can.
I'm having Taita text.
Is he talking about Tyrus?
I assume. I'm having Taita.
Jesus, this is horrible. This is the worst. This is your worst text job to date, Jeff.
Yeah, seriously.
Our local troll. But no. So I hadn't heard about Warner Brothers. I did hear Mark Wahlberg was working on getting a studio out here.
Yeah,
so
Las Vegas is poising to be the new Hollywood.
If it, well, I always feel like Atlanta was the new Hollywood because they do a lot more stuff out there. But I would not mind being poised for that. But yeah, no, I haven't heard about this Warner Brothers one. I did hear about Mark Wahlberg wanting to do that, and maybe they're working together, maybe they're separate, whatever it is. I'm excited for it. That sounds a lot of opportunity.
Yeah. According to this,
sorry, I was hitting it. Yeah, don't lie on me, Jeff. Sorry, I keep hitting it. Sorry, my bad. I'm gonna stop.
Don't lie on me, Jeff. Tyrus is actually here.
Yeah. Hey, Tyrus.
Bus driver text got me.
Oh man, and if you don't know about that, you got to go. Man, that was months ago. You got to go back to that one.
Yeah, that's. So Warner Brothers Discovery, WBD, is planning to build a new studio in Las Vegas in partnership with the University of Las Vegas. University of Nevada, Las Vegas, UNLV. The new studio, called Warner Brothers Studios Nevada, will be located on a 34-acre campus at UNLV's Harry Reid Research and Technology Park. The project is estimated to cost $8.5 billion over 17 years.
Wow.
Warner Brothers needs Nevada to expand its film tax credit program to make the project financially viable. Nevada currently offers a maximum of $10 million in tax credits per year for movies and shows, with a cap of $6 million per project. Other studios include Sony are also competing for state funding to build production facilities in Las Vegas.
Okay, so it looks like more people want to move out here.
Yeah, Warner Brothers Discovery will have 3 headquarters, including its domestic hub in Los Angeles and Las Vegas.
Nice.
So
I'm gonna go get a job.
It's 2 project works.
Jeez, what are you? Golly,
he's blind. You got to remember.
Oh, but
I don't. He should be using talk to text.
He 100% should be.
His
texts to me are way more coherent.
It's late, It's after dark, so maybe he's got what's that old timers thing where like once the sun goes down, you kind of really lose it.
Is there
sunsetter's disease or something? I don't know.
Is that something? Is that legit?
Anyways, do you hear they're bringing back Roller Coaster Tycoon, the original?
Yeah, I saw. Well, I didn't. Like, I only knew about Roller Coaster Tycoon like on PC. Like when it came out on PC, I heard about it, never really looked at it. And then like more recently, they've come out with like versions for the PlayStation and stuff. I've seen some of those, but I didn't know this was. I was like, what are they using these 8-bit graphics? And we talked about this before the show, and you were like, yeah, that's the original. And I was like, what?
Yeah, so I actually played, and Jeff claims that his dog is doing the typing for
Oh,
him.
that could make that also would make sense.
Yeah, I'm sure the dog is probably actually typing now because it was spelled properly. Um, so yeah, I played the original Roller Coaster Tycoon. Like I was super into that game. Especially like I used to love building a roller coaster and then like removing a piece of track and killing
Oh,
people.
wow, you're a monster.
I mean, if we're in a simulation,
Right. You just killed a bunch of people in another simulation. Is this like a whole theme park or was it just the roller coasters?
no, it's a whole theme park. There's like so you can't design all of the rides. You can design
The roller
uh
coasters.
some of them, not even all of them.
Oh,
Like
really?
it like there were some that were a stock set like
Mm.
here is the roller coaster, right?
Okay.
But then there was also some slight designs in the original. As Roller Coaster Tycoon developed as a brand, it got more intense. Um, and even in this first Roller Coaster Tycoon, you could ride some of the rides, meaning like it would be like from a first person perspective being on the ride.
Okay.
Um, but in Roller Coaster Tycoon, the point was building a theme park and trying to get people to come to your theme park, doing marketing. So it really was a holistic
New
theme park
coasters and things like that.
simulator. Yeah, and so it was a bit of a misnomer just calling it Roller Coaster Tycoon,
Yeah.
because there was a lot more to it.
Well,
Uh,
because they came out with like Sim Theme Park. They like later on there's games like Sim Theme Park and stuff like that. I was telling Mark when we started. This was before we started. I used to play. I bought a game years. This is so long ago. It was actually a Disney game, and it was just called Coasters. And at that point in time, I was really enamored with roller coasters, and so I could build my own roller coasters and have them kind of do. I built a lot of crazy designs on there. I don't even know if I can even. That's on a hard drive. I think my dad might still have that computer. But because literally the game was on a floppy disk, bro. It was on one of the the hard floppies, bro.
oh, the smaller ones.
Yeah, the compact floppies, and so like yeah, that's what the game was on, and you basically downloaded it and stuff like that. Man, I made so many different roller coasters on the game, and then it also gave you a first person view to ride them, and then basically there was they had a number of characters, and they would basically rate the roller coaster when they were done, and they had all these different facial expressions. It was either like man, like the boring, or like there's one where they like the hair was blown back and their like mind was blown. But yeah, so it was a lot of fun. But like, yeah, I would love to have been able to put those coasters like into another game to put in like like a roller coaster tycoon or something like that. That'd been cool.
So you weren't really building a theme park. It was
No, you were
just
just literally building roller coasters.
interesting.
I
And
built a lot of roller coasters.
and Jeff, you should already know the answer to this because that's the excuse you use from what I've heard.
Oh, ouch.
How is floppy hard?
Oh, that hurt my soul.
Which one?
Oh,
My soul. Anyways, Roller Coaster Tycoon. I'm excited to see this is coming back. It's on the Nintendo Switch. I'm hoping. What's that?
Don't you have one of those?
Yeah, I do. But I'm hoping that they actually do it on PC, like through Steam or something, because I feel like doing it on the Nintendo Switch, you're gonna lose a bit of the ease of control. But again, that's only because I used to play it on PC, I guess. And I will say, talking about PC games turned gone, you know, um, to platform. So recently, I don't know if you remember, but one of the ones I used to love to play a lot back in the mid 2000s, early mid 2000s was, um, and we recently talked about it when they announced they were re-releasing it, but Age of Mythology.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that.
And so it's a part of the Xbox Game Pass.
Mm-hmm.
So I picked it up and I was like, well, I love the game, I love the storyline. Let me play it. And so I went through a few missions, and the graphics definitely are cleaner. It looks a lot better,
It's not the same.
but the controls are
Mhm.
so different, and there's definitely a degree of losing control. Like back on PC, I would use the mouse and I would click over, the 8 units that I wanted and tell them go over here and chop wood. Where now it's not that easy. I can't just, with the Xbox controller, go over, click, and drag a box over. I have to like hold a button and it will build a radius circle. But if I have units I don't want that end up within that circle, then it becomes a little chaos.
Yeah, no, that's one of the things like I was a big well, they don't know. I'm a big fan of The Sims, and they
Jeff is insinuating that your booty hole is not clean.
what?
Well, yes, Jeff. James doesn't have a dog to clean it for him.
I, I use wet wipes. I use like not dude.
Yeah, so does Jeff. His dog's tongue.
Yuck, so gross. But no, yeah, I don't even know what that means. But anyways, but no, the when they put The Sims on the console, I was like, I don't know.
It's just not the same, right?
Yeah, I've never actually played it on the console.
Oh, I did. So I used to play The Sims 2, not as
Yeah.
much as you. Like this guy used to have The Sims running on his computer, and he'd leave for the day, and it would just run all day. I don't know how he came back and the people were still alive. But like I remember walking into like his room when we were kids or teenagers, and like he would just have Sims running like nonstop.
I did. I had it running a lot. But yeah, no, so like that was one of the things. It was like, um, and so when they put it on console, I was like, I don't know how I feel about it, and I've never actually played it on console though. So I mean, I'm sure it changed up some, right?
It to me it's just a lack of control. You don't have hotkeys. You getting from one navigation area to another is just so different.
No,
I'm
right.
sure if it was all I knew, if I had never played it on PC,
Right. Then it'd probably be like, oh, this is cool, but this is fine. But I mean, I took a lot. My biggest one of my see the sad part was my biggest concern was house building. Because
and we got Jimmy checking in.
hey, what's
And
happening?
isn't a wet wipe what took out Tyrus in that bathroom?
No, that was a wet floor.
Yes, that was Tyrus pissed all over the floor because he got the dribble AD and then slipped on it.
Wow, dang, Tyrus, I want to apologize. Actually, I don't know. It's funny, but dang.
Speaking of Tyrus, he has already
disrespect.
gotten the time off for next year for Kaboom Con.
Nice,
So,
very good,
so Tyrus will be in the house for Kaboom Con 2025.
very good.
I know Jeff is going to be in the house.
Yeah, I will be there, of course.
Nobody cares.
No, of course, nobody does.
I actually, I shouldn't even say anything here because it could jinx it. But I was informed this week about a major headliner that we will have at KaboomCon 2025.
Then shut your mouth.
I can't say who it is yet,
Shut your mouth.
but they are a comic book artist for one of the big four.
Shut your mouth.
They were somebody we very much hoped to get for 24, and they were willing, they were interested. Unfortunately, they had a cousin's wedding come up, and they weren't able to do it. But they are coming. I have to finalize a couple things.
Just shut your mouth. Let's just get her done. Oh, all right. Well, are we close to done here? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean we're winding down.
Yo, check this out. So,
this is where James breaks out the Playboys.
Check this out. No, so I've been in a knockout like a Survivor League. It's like through Yahoo for work. Like we made
For
one
fantasy football or
fantasy, yeah, for football.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a survival knockout league, basically. This year we had 2 strikes. If you get 2 strikes, you're out.
Sure.
I chose the Raiders one week, and I don't know why. It was a dumb decision. Anyways, they lost, of course. But I've been on the longest win streak. There was guys that before me, so basically I'm in first place right now. There was until this past week, there was 4 of us, so we were the final 4, and we'd been going for weeks, just neck and neck. Finally, one guy got knocked out, so now I'm in the top 3, and so we only have 2 more weeks of football left before playoffs, and so if none of the team, and so that was like the concern of the guy who set it up. He's like, I don't know what to do. Like basically, you guys have been in so long. And, I don't know if the teams that are left, if they go into playoffs, I don't know how that's all going to work. So
you're not, I don't know about your league, but generally in these knockout leagues, you're not allowed to pick the same team twice.
No, yeah, you can only pick the same. You can only use one team, basically, one team. And then once you use them, they're out.
So so we're 14 weeks in?
Yeah. So here's who I have. Let me just pull it up real quick. Okay, so the teams that I currently have left for week. Oh, actually, no. We're going into week 15. So the teams that I have left, I have the Rams.
That's
it.
Huh? I was going to say you've got the Rams are playing the Niners tomorrow night.
Yeah, so I got the Rams, the Niners, the Chiefs, the Browns, the Titans, the Saints, the Ravens, the Giants, the Cowboys, the Panthers, the Jets, the Jags, the Colts, the Bills, the Patriots, the Cardinals, the Seahawks, the Bears, and the Falcons.
What's crazy is how many of those are playing each other this week. I mean, right off the top, your easy one is the Chiefs. They're playing the Browns.
Right.
But do you want to burn that?
Right. One? That's the thing. As I'm worried about burning them, but at the same time, right now, as point spread goes right now, if the Cardinals should beat the Patriots, and the Cardinals are playing at home, the Falcons could edge out the Raiders. I don't know that the Colts, Broncos, that's kind of difficult. There was one that the Ravens are minus 16 against the Giants. So
that's a pretty sure bet.
Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking about. I'm probably going to go with that. I normally wait till Saturday night till all the point spreads are out. Because things happen throughout the week.
So you basically don't even consider the Thursday night game generally?
Most of the time, no.
Okay.
Most of the time, I don't. I kind of leave that one alone just because.
I feel like the Rams is a pretty sure lock.
The Chiefs, I'm like the Browns. I'm pretty sure.
I wouldn't waste.
I don't want to touch that. But this Ravens Giants thing, I'm like, yo,
that's a pretty good lock.
That's a huge. That's like the largest number I've seen all season. I was actually going for a while. I was just betting. I was playing whoever was playing the Cowboys.
Which is not safe because they do have 5 wins.
Now it's not. Yeah, because like the last couple of weeks, it's been just like it was like who the Cowboys playing, but yeah, and even like normally like the Bills would be a lock, but they're playing the Lions, so
yeah, I wouldn't touch that.
Yeah, I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. So it's just been kind of it's literally now we're getting down to the end of the season, and teams are becoming scarce, and so I'm getting scared. So
you still have some solid teams.
No, I definitely have some solid. I definitely have some solid teams to choose from.
You said you still have the Bills.
Yeah, I still have the Bills. I still have the Chiefs.
You still have the Chiefs.
I literally saved. I made sure to save those teams because I know they normally come down to the end. The Ravens, I was.
normally
certain.
would have been a good, solid team. Unfortunately, they have
Yeah.
not had an amazing season.
Yeah, and I never really picked the Cowboys just because I don't trust them. They're actually the reason that I got knocked out last season. They were playing the Cardinals, who are garbage, and they lost to the Cardinals. So I was like, well, that's not okay. But yeah, so I mean, like I've made it this far. This is like the farthest I've made it in one of these kind of tournaments, so I'm excited. I mean, it's only the second I've really done one of these tournaments, to be truly honest with you. But like this was a lot of fun. So like I said, I'm down. Just don't me and 3 guys. And the problem is that so last week, for example, they've both picked the same teams a couple of times. And I've always kind of been the outlier because it's just like with the teams that I have based on, we've all picked differently throughout the season and whatnot. Except week 7, we all had the same team, which was the Redskins. Week 4, we all had Cincinnati.
The Redskins?
Or I'm sorry, the Commanders. I'm sorry.
You are a racist, sir.
Actually, it was the Native Americans that want to keep the Redskins name because the logo on there was an actual Indian chief or something. But yeah, we had the Bengals in week 4, and then we all had Washington week 7. And then we've matched up a couple times with some. We've matched up a couple times, and then they've matched up the last couple weeks. So, yeah, once I lock in this week and the games are over, we'll find out. But, yeah.
So the playoff picture right now, clinched. There are only 2 teams on each side that have clinched: Chiefs and Bills, Lions and Eagles.
Yeah.
In the hunt, Steelers, I think they're going to be there. Looking at the AFC, Steelers, Texans, Ravens, Chargers, and Broncos. If the season was to end today, that's who would be in.
Mm-hmm.
On the bubble, still having a shot. Colts, Dolphins, and Bengals. I am immensely disappointed in the Bengals. They are playing like garbage. And I don't see them making it. Dolphins 6-7, don't see it happening. Colts 6-7, don't see it happening. Over on the NFC side, we already mentioned Lions and Eagles. If the season was ended today, it would be Seahawks, Buccaneers, Vikings, Packers, and Commanders. And on the bubble, they got a lot on the bubble.
Yeah.
So Rams, Falcons, Cardinals, Niners, Saints, Cowboys are still on the bubble.
Oh, that's right, because
they've not been mathematically eliminated yet.
Yeah.
Bears and Panthers.
That's crazy.
The only team eliminated from the NFC is the Giants.
Okay.
So,
yeah, that Ravens is looking mighty good right now.
Yeah, I would say so. If the Ravens win this week, then they have a 99% chance of locking the playoffs. If they lose, it goes down to 87%.
Okay.
Who are they playing again?
The Giants.
The Giants, yeah.
Yeah.
And the nice thing that is that the Ravens are not doing so well that they're not gonna, sit somebody to give them a rest.
Right.
Where the Chiefs, they could give a Kelsey the week off because they've already locked.
Right, and that's the problem that's concerned me going into the last few weeks with the Chiefs.
I mean, this might be the last week to get to guarantee a good game from them.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe just knock it out.
Yeah, I would hope that your organizer, if for some reason it goes to the playoffs, in my head it should start over.
Yeah, I don't know. Like he didn't even. I was talking to him. Actually, I saw him today, or no, I saw him yesterday, and I was like, "Hey, so where are we at right now?" And so he's like, "Well, the next person to get knocked out will be in 3rd place, and then just the remaining 2." But at the same time, yeah, he didn't even think it would go this long. He was planning this to be over. already.
And was there any monetary value here, or is it just
Yes.
for funds? Are you weekly having to put in?
No, it was $100 buy-in at the beginning.
How many contestants?
I do not remember. Hold on.
Is it winner take all, or is it?
No, it's like split up. It's like first, second, and third.
Oh, so you're in the money. You're guaranteed.
Yeah, I'm guaranteed money at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's 13 of us.
That's a decent prize pool.
Yeah.
And was there a cut taken off for the organizer?
Not that I know of.
Yeah, it's a decent prize pool.
Because I mean, he just literally he put it together in Yahoo, so it wasn't like he wasn't charged anything for it, and it was just
But sometimes it's the. I will tell you this: since you made it in the money, the top 3 players, if the organizer isn't getting something, y'all should get the organizer something, just because.
Yeah, he put it all together.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, like so he's so when I actually saw him a couple weeks before the season started. I said, "Yo, you doing the tournament again?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "All right, cool. Make sure I'm in there." And so yeah, like I said, after I lost, so like if it was last year, I was glad when they said 2 strikes, because if it had been last year, I'd been knocked out week 2, or actually because we started week 2, not week 1, just because of timing and getting money and everything. So we started in week 2, and I would have been out in week 3 because I picked the Raiders. But other than that, like we've been, like I said, it's been 4 of us until last week when Jacksonville upset the Titans, because it was an upset actually. Mm-hmm. So yeah, so basically right now, the other 2 are locked in right now. I don't know who of course I think, no, I met one of the guys. I don't know exactly which team he was, but those 2 are locked in. I'm not yet, but again, like I said, I normally wait till Saturday to.
So I'm guessing they must have, do you know anything about who they have left to choose from or anything like that?
No, I mean, like I can kind of go off of what they've chosen so far. Like they've both, well, let's see, one's used the Chiefs.
And of course, the Jacksonville fanboy was not upset about the win.
No, I wasn't upset either. I'm just saying. Yeah, so a lot of those teams that you mentioned we've used already.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if they're already locked in. Are they picking the Thursday night game? Because why would you log in sooner than you have to? Because somebody could get hurt in practice.
That's one of the main reasons I wait. That's one of the main reasons I wait till Saturday to
Especially
choose.
You look at the Niners; they might as well just be doing practice next to a hospital.
Damn, but yeah. So I mean,
wrong,
huh?
I'm not wrong.
No, you're not. But like at the same, so like that's why I say I normally have waited till Saturday night to make my choices. One time I almost missed because I waited. I actually thought I picked it, but I didn't. And so like Sunday morning, I was like, oh, crap. And so I'd already had the team that I wanted. So it was like I just hit it and saved it real quick before the game started. But yeah, so that Ravens Giants game is looking really nice right now. But at the same time, I might do Chiefs.
I would encourage you to really consider the Chiefs, only because
this is probably the last.
If they win, if they win, they lock first seed.
Oh yeah, then maybe
then there's no reason for them the last 2 games of the season.
2 games, yeah, to
give some of your people a rest.
Yeah. Well, no, there's still 3 more. There's still 3 more games.
Not after this week.
Yeah, this is week 15, goes to week 18.
There's 18 games now.
Mm-hmm. They changed that like last season or 2 seasons ago, or one or last year. They eliminated some of the preseason games.
Good God, I thought it was only 17.
No, yeah,
So I mean, it used to be 16, and then
right, yeah. So they with the elimination of some of the with some of the
well, here's something to think about, right? Let's look at week.
yeah, that's what I was
16.
just looking at. Week 16, you got Broncos, Chargers, Texans, Chiefs, Steelers, Ravens,
See, and
Giants,
I wouldn't want to touch that Chiefs game. I
Giants,
wouldn't want to touch that
Falcons.
Ravens game.
Um, I mean, hell, the Falcons might do well in that one. But then you got the Patriots, Bills, which I'd probably use the Bills on that one.
Yeah.
The Bears, Lions. Yeah, definitely not that one, because that's the Bears I have left. The Browns versus the Bengals. Titans, Colts, Rams, Jets, which I could maybe see going with the Rams on that one.
Yep.
Cardinals, Panthers, which probably would edge Cardinals. Vikings, Seahawks. It's probably ended up edging Vikings. Jackson. Oh wait, how I looked at this to see if they were coming out here, and it didn't say they were.
coming to
Jacksonville's coming to Allegiant.
Las Vegas. Mm-hmm.
I looked up the season to see if they were coming out here, and I didn't see that.
Or you just don't know how to read.
Or yeah, maybe I thought it maybe I just looked at it wrong. Damn. I might have to look into getting that Sunday off. Maybe trying to find tickets.
But yeah, then your Chiefs situation the next week is even worse because they're playing the Steelers.
Yeah,
and Ravens are playing.
No, the Chiefs are playing the Texans.
No, I'm talking about the next week.
Oh, 17. The following weeks, yeah, and then Cowboys are playing the Bucks, and the Saints are playing the Giants, and that's week 16. Yeah, 17. Chiefs go actually to Pittsburgh to play on Wednesday. On Wednesday? Oh, Christmas. Duh. Ravens, Texans also on Christmas. The Seahawks, Bears.
I think the Chiefs are your team to use this week. Looking at the rest of the season for what they have, I think this is your week to use them.
Yeah. No, I think that might be the best.
Brothers know how to read. What do brothers do?
Apparently don't read schedules correctly.
As long as Tyrus can read a bus schedule.
So yeah, I put the Chiefs, but again, I think that probably, like you said, like we talked about, that's probably the best bet for this week. So
especially when like in week 18 the Ravens are playing the Browns.
Yeah, I think I'm going to hold on. I think I'm going to just go ahead and lock that in now.
I would.
Yeah.
Bills are paying the Patriots in week 18. Like you have better.
Yeah, I have like
your path with the Chiefs, I think, ends this week.
Yeah, 100%. Like that's just kind of a given at this rate. It's like the Chiefs. Like again, like with 3 weeks left, if they win this, they lock it. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Anyways, you got anything else fun and or exciting going on?
Nope. I mean, I got some stuff I'm getting together to send you. So
I don't know what that means.
Christmas, bro.
Oh, brothers fall in the bathroom and pee.
No, just one brother fell in the bathroom.
Get me something for Christmas?
Yeah, I got your wife something. I just got to find something for your kid.
I guess that means I got to get you something, huh?
No, you don't have to.
Well, you shouldn't tell me that.
No, I'm saying.
Actually, I have done 0 Christmas shopping this year.
Oh wow. Yeah, I got, like I said, I got something for your wife. I got something for you. Actually, I need to probably grab something else for you as well. But and then I just need to find something for your kid.
Cool. Did you see day 9 at the Costco 12 Days of Christmas? They've got the Canvas TV from Hisense for only $800.
Sorry, what?
The Canvas TV. It's basically they're trying to steal the Samsung
Oh,
frame concept.
yeah. And from Hisense?
Hisense, yes.
So it's $800?
Yeah.
That's a lot for one of those TVs.
Well, yeah, I mean, considering it's a 4K UHD QLED LCD, those are making a comeback.
Really?
You got to stop whatever that is.
Really?
Really big shoe.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, no. Hisense has always been kind of a. That's always the Black Friday. That's a Black Friday TV.
Bro, I just came across this picture. I got to share it, just because, I have to. Where'd it go? Hold up. That is not a hot tub that 4 people should be in unless they're swingers.
Is that the inflatable hot tub?
Yes.
Yo, I saw that at Costco and I was like, nah, bro.
That would fit in your little backyard patio area.
Yeah, it would, but I'm like, no.
You don't want to get in there with your girl and your brother and a random 4th person.
No chance in hell.
Yeah, that is way too small for 4 people.
And look, they look like the girl, or
they're like basically standing.
Yeah, and she looks that pose looks super unnatural on the girl on the right. That looks.
Look at this DEI picture. They had to make sure to, they have a black guy, black gal, white guy, white gal, but interracial couple.
And
but
brother.
But see, we don't see the black guy with the white girl.
Oh,
because people would say it's stereotypical.
Damn. Actually, I've seen a lot of black girls with white dudes recently too.
But
beside the point.
Jimmy says, I thought it was a stapler.
What?
Where's my stapler? I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
Yeah. But no, yeah, that's I saw that the other day and I was like, no. Just an inflate I was like, how is that a thing?
Brian checking in our dam.
Hey,
says they have no legs in the overhead shot.
No, they did. I definitely saw legs.
Yeah, they do. It's just that water's a little gross, and so it's hard.
A little murky in there.
Yeah, maybe some doo-doo water. That the sound James was making. Oh, the clicking thing you were doing.
Oh, this no, it's actually a pill.
Oh, for your hymns.
No. It's so random. No, I put I got that giant thing of multivitamins from Kirkland. So I'm
sorry, and you needed a pill for separator.
I don't need it. I just drop them in there. So then I make sure. So it's like I just drop them in there for the week, and then I just make sure I open the day and just take. So I make sure I take my vitamin. I could go in the bottle, but it was like,
Jeff claims to have this hot tub in his living room.
It would actually fit in his living room.
It's not big. It would fit in most people's bedrooms.
I mean, it's from the side. It's not. Yeah, it's not big.
It would fit in this office.
Actually, you know what? The only person that could fit in there is like Jeff, though. Actually, if I got it, I'd be the only one to be able to fit in that thing.
Yeah. See, if I got it, there'd be too much water displacement.
There's a minimum line, so you just have to fill it to that line, not the.
Oh my gosh! Water capacity at 80%, 357 gallons.
Yeah, no, ridiculous. That's a lot of water.
It gets up to 104.
Yeah, no, I'm cool. I'm really, and I don't think I don't think there's a chlorine thing on there or anything.
Nah, man, it's got a integrated water filtration system. I'm just saying, for $500.
Yeah, but I'm not paying that much for a freaking. I mean, yeah, it's cheaper than most hot tubs, but at the same time, look, I'm not keeping that thing. Yeah, that thing is. It's got a nice cover, but yeah, overall.
Oh, hold up. I got to show this one because I got to. Give me your first thought. Don't think. Just right away. First thought.
Why? That's way too many people. That looks even smaller than the last one. Why are they so close?
Why is there a black mannequin?
What?
Look at this picture. That is a black mannequin. That is not a real person. There's no way.
Who are you looking at? I mean, there are some.
Right there, this one.
I'm saying, I know that. Can you get closer?
How much closer you want?
It could be a real person. She's just really dark.
Who? Like this has got to be photoshopped, right? One guy, 4 girls.
Actually, two of the two of the girls, the ones that look a little, they look kind of Asian. They look like the same person.
Just from different angles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
And for that matter, that could be the same girl. Just they darkened her for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's too many. That's too many people. That doesn't look comfortable at all. Like I would be like, ew.
And this one is actually smaller than the other one.
You might as well be in a You might as well be in a bathtub with.
This is only 177 gallons, so
No.
it's basically half the water capacity.
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
100%.
However, this one does have built-in Wi-Fi, and the
What?
spa can be controlled through a phone app.
I'm not, bro. And then if your phone falls in the water, you're screwed.
Not nowadays.
Well, some of them.
Yeah, that does not look comfortable.
No, absolutely not. This is a big bathtub.
However, the water does look a little cleaner there.
It did, but we also didn't get a top view.
This is true.
Could have been murky, real murky. What?
Going on, gang? Running Man emoji. I can't pull it up here, but
Yeah.
LOL Game Beast checking in from over on Kick.
Hey,
I'm not entirely sure.
what's good?
What's good? Life is good.
Life is great.
We live in the dream. One day at a time. Drinking whiskey,
Drinking beer.
talking about people in hot tubs,
Talking about football.
football.
Yeah. Talking about people in small ass hot tubs.
It's I.
It's all right.
Igget. Two favorite drinks, whiskey and beer. If you like whiskey, you should check out the Whiskey Tour of the World.
Absolutely.
24 whiskeys from around the world.
If you like IPAs, you can go ahead and grab this Advent beer Advent calendar, or you can get the actual IPA Advent calendar from Give Them Beer.
If you had been here earlier, tonight I was drinking the Sulm Valley whiskey from Distillery Klaus out of Austria.
Drinking a Miller right now. Oh, that's sorry.
Now I have to ask, is it a High Life? Because that is the champagne of beers.
Oh, he said, I need that calendar, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Amen. GiveThemBeer.com. That's where I got it from.
Yeah. Now, to be fair, they do have a specific IPA one.
Yeah, they do have an IPA one, which I'm like, that's why I'm kind of like, if you're giving me so many IPAs, why didn't you just give me that calendar? But I didn't order that calendar specifically. I don't even know. Honestly, my biggest question is that if I were to get another one of these calendars, for example,
mm-hmm. would you get the same 12?
Would be the same 12.
I would doubt it. I'm guessing.
That would be my question. I think they literally just like,
or it might be the same 12, but in a different sequence.
Could be. That's what I'm like. That was my main concern.
Yeah, my gut is you'd probably get some of the same, but
yeah, he says,
nah, not High Life. got too drunk off that ish, and it's traumatizing now.
Dang. Off a High Life, my guy.
I don't think I ever got drunk off a High Life. I caught a buzz off High Life.
I've never had High Life. There was just something about
What?
it that
It is
yeah,
the champagne of beers.
I understand that, but there is just something about High Life that I was.
The next time you
I was
come to
never like,
town, we're getting 32s of High Life.
all right, maybe
That was
Actually, not
me and
maybe.
Tyrus's old like standard. We get some 32s, walk around the hood.
Well, 24 of them, no food. Yeah, no, actually, that. Yeah,
Yeah, 24. Well, depending on how long. If we're talking about 24 in a short period of time.
yeah, and he's. I was crazy when I hit 21. Yeah, we've all made mistakes.
And now he's 22. He made it.
Yeah, once you make it to 22, it's smooth sailing from
if
there.
you survive 21 when you really break into alcohol,
Yeah, it's yeah.
you're probably okay.
Just laughing over here. How old are you now? If you don't mind me at
Oh, see, I was pretty damn close.
you're good. You made it 2 years in.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, I'm not touching that stuff again. Actually, have you had what are you into like wheat beers? Because one of my favorites is Blue Moon. Blue Moon is always.
If my beer needs fruit to garnish it,
It doesn't need it. It just tastes good. Between that,
Four Locos, come on.
oh, come on, bro.
You remember when we were doing that show and we picked up?
Oh my god! That was the worst thing I've ever done in my life.
Love some Blue Moon and orange. See, I'll get down with some Blue Moon and orange juice.
Oh yeah, the redneck mimosas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we used to do those. That was our drink at the old crib.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, and then and who can forget the Bud Light Platinum nights, bro?
Oh yeah, back when we were living in the apartment.
Yeah. No,
Bud
yeah.
Light
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, Beast. If you can find, I need you to go and see if you can find this Red Trolley, Red Trolley Ale.
Carl Strauss.
Carl Strauss has
good
some
stuff
major
right now.
beers. Yeah. So if you like those, we're both in Nevada, so so I don't know.
I'm in Northern Nevada,
and I'm in
Reno.
Southern. I'm in Vegas. So, wherever you are, you try and see if you can find Carl Strauss beers. Carl Strauss beers has some of the greatest beers. But like I said, where I got that calendar was give'embeer.com. And actually, being at 23, I don't know, like this would probably be a good experience just because it's a lot of different beers. I didn't start drinking IPAs until I was like almost 40 years old. Actually, I didn't think I had my first one until I was like 40 years old.
Yeah, and now you're pushing 50.
Wow. Well, yeah, technically, yes, I am pushing 50 because I'm 42. But at the same time, like my beer tastes have changed immensely. Like back in my 20s, you couldn't buy me an IPA that I would drink. But yeah, now I'm like, okay, IPAs are pretty good.
Haven't seen that one yet. I try all different kinds of beers and look for different ish. I'll have to look out at my local store that brings in weirder brands.
Yeah, like definitely. Like this is like Carl Strauss is not one of those that's going to be. Well, you found it at a Total Wine, right?
I did.
Yeah, I didn't find mine at Total Wine. The Total Wine that I had didn't have any of those. But I found it at a smaller place that carries microbrews. So if you have one of those in your town or near you, check that out. But like I said, give'embeer.com. That's where I got the calendar from. They have a bunch of different stuff on there, different beer packages and things like that. So if that's something that you're into, I would probably give that a good try. Anyways.
The hell was that?
That I was just hitting the desk.
Oh, down in Louisiana.
Oh, okay.
Bud Light Miller and the King of Michelob.
The King of Michelob.
The King Michelob. Hold on. If you're down that way, I've got to recommend a bourbon for you that I can't get here. But if you give me a moment, let me pull up my handy dandy photos. So the company is called Wood Hat Distillery. It's just outside of St. Louis. So I get that it's not in Louisiana, but it's definitely out your way, and probably you're able to get this. Wood Hat Distillery, their bourbon Rubenesque.
Oh
It
yeah, I
it is
remember
a
you talked about that one.
it is a 100 proof bourbon whiskey. It is the most smooth 100 proof anything I've ever had. Um, I loved it. I wish I could find it out here. I am a product evangelist for Wood Hat. I had two of their others drinks. I had
Product evangelist.
yes.
Oh my
I'm not
God.
getting paid by them, right? So,
No,
but they also have
Wood Hat, not Wolf Head.
yes,
Wood, WOOD.
Wolfhead. That sounds painful. So the bourbon Rubenesque, the Twin Timbers, and the All American Red, White, and Blue Corn Whiskey. And give me a second. I'll see if I can find the picture from that I did used on the show a
Yeah.
few weeks ago.
Yeah, so you said Wood Hat, right?
Wood Hat. Give me just a second.
Wood.
Boo. Yeah. Hold up. Wait. Here we go. All right. I got it.
Oh, you got the picture.
I got it. So the one on the left is the one that I highly recommend. Bourbon Rubenesque. It was amazing. Get it if you can find it. If you've got like a liquor store that'll do ordering and see if they can get it in for you.
Yeah.
But all three of these, and these are, I would say, ranked in my opinion, left to right. The All American Red, White, and Blue Corn Whiskey. It was good, but it was nowhere close to the other two. Twin Timbers was delicious, and just the bourbon Rubenesque. I cannot speak highly enough. So if you come across them out your way, pick them up.
Yeah, give him a shot.
You will not be disappointed. That much I can guarantee.
I can guarantee.
Yes, because he's in Louisiana.
Yeah.
Guarantee.
I didn't mean it like that. But
Are you trying to bring out the Bayou in you?
yeah, if I had Bayou in me.
No Creole?
No.
No.
As far as I know, no.
Mm.
Going down the Bayou.
All right, Tiana.
Hey, that was actually the what was that Firefly's name? I can't remember.
I don't know.
Follow the bouncing butt.
Shout out to Marv's serving Newark for decaded.
Is Marv still around?
I have no idea.
Haven't been back.
I mean, when's the last time you went to Newark?
Yeah, it's been long, yes.
Yeah. I drink the hell out of some Bullet. Bullet's not bad. Some Woodsford Reserve. It's okay. Makers.
Listen, apparently it doesn't compare to this stuff.
It doesn't. And, if you want to get a little bit more refined, I can't speak highly enough about Johnny Walker Blue. But
you want to get real fancy out here.
That's going to run you $200 a bottle at Costco.
Actually, I mean, is Total Wine all over the country now? I remember Bevmo used to be the thing, but now Total Wine kind of ran them out.
Yeah, I mean, let's see, Total Wine, there are a few in Louisiana. There's one in Metairie, Mandeville, sorry, and Baton Rouge, and Lafayette. But just because there's Total Wine doesn't mean they can get it, right? Like,
yeah,
I have a Total Wine here, and I went and I talked to them, and unfortunately, there's no local distributor that carries these, and so they can't order it directly from the company. So,
oh wow, he said, "I like the black." Oh,
I love TS too. I don't know what TS is. I like black one better. Really?
yeah.
I mean, it's not bad, but if he had said green, I would have been more on board. My 23rd, I had a flight of Johnny's. That's nice. When I go to Miami to visit family, we always drink blue. That's
Oh.
the way.
All right. Yeah,
That's
no,
the way.
I'm like I think
Oh, TS is that ish. See, I'm not that young,
yeah,
right?
we're not that young anymore.
Yes, I'm
we're not
not
up
on.
on
I'm not on Fleek or whatever
that.
the
That
kids
is
say these
out.
days.
That is
Oh,
out, bro.
I don't
Fleek
know.
has been out for a while.
No, I don't know. I'm I'm an old timer here.
We're
You know,
elder millennials, bro.
we say stuff like, "Oh, dude, that's the bomb," or what is the one that we say that's kind of recent? On point.
On point.
Yes, yes,
That's fire.
yes, yes.
Niggas hella dead, bro.
I remember when you first started saying "out of pocket," and I'm like, "What the hell are you talking about? What is out of pocket?" Nobody says
yeah,
that now.
coming sideways to somebody,
You at least could have said "bruh."
bruh.
Coming from the guy who just said "Fleek is hella dead, bro."
Yeah, why'd you use bruh?
Hypocrite.
I like this guy. I need you to come back next week.
We're here every Wednesday night,
Every Wednesday.
8 p.m. Pacific, talking about lots of fun stuff. So definitely come check us out, or head over to our YouTube page. Check out, we're doing Whiskey Tour of the World and Beer Advent Calendar every night. What we call Podmas, 24 nights leading up to Christmas. So
Yeah.
I'll say bruh too much, man.
Bruh.
Bruh, calm down, bruh.
He's got, now we're gonna, it's stuck.
For show, bruh. Is for show still in?
I have to stop myself from typing it. Oh, that's funny. It's like locked into his keyboard.
Yeah, he doesn't even think about it. It's just like it's there.
Yeah, it's there. Yeah. But no, I think we're gonna wrap this up.
Yeah, it's after 10 o'clock our time.
Yeah.
We should be in bed asleep by now. Because it's midnight. It's tomorrow in
That's
Louisiana.
Tomorrow in Louisiana.
It really is on my phone. It's like a hot button.
Yeah. It's one of those. As soon as you type in B,
it knows.
It's like,
Yes.
he's about to type this in.
Yeah, 12 a.m. for him.
Yeah.
No, we're
Oh yeah, they're not East Coast. That's right. They're still on that 2 hours ahead of us.
on that mountain time.
Yeah.
Or no, Central.
Central.
Yeah. So you're done, old man? Nothing else you want to talk about?
No, I have nothing else. I have nothing.
All right. Well,
Nothing.
Well, we will both be back tomorrow night with
Yeah.
Podmas Night 12.
Day
Separately, me at 8 o'clock doing my whiskey and James at 8:15 doing some beer. And then, of course, we will be back next Wednesday, 8 p.m. Pacific. Check us out. But thank you all for being here tonight. Hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And we will all catch up real soon.
2 and 2.
Get the out of here, Chuck Woolry.